All right, so working on lesson 121. I really have taken my time with this one, surprise, surprise, but it occurred to me tonight maybe why I was taking my time with this lesson, because it's so huge. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. And whenever I read that a few days ago and I started, I was just like, yeah, all right. But like something has changed in me, and I almost can credit it to a single sentence in this lesson that when I heard it again, whenever Tina Jesus read it to me, see, she's important to me because I love her voice and I like the way she talks, and like I can listen to her and I like it. And when she read, each unforgiving mind, and then of course, you think of people in your life that are not forgiving you, or, each unforgiving mind presents you with an opportunity to teach your own mind, to teach your own how to forgive itself. And I don't know like what happened in that moment, but I was like, oh my, wait. And then all of a sudden, like I could just see my perspective, how I perceive other people changing. So each unforgiving mind presents you with an opportunity to teach your own how to forgive itself. So it's very interesting. And then this was like kind of, is this so crooked tonight? Just, we have to work with it. It's like 11:30. Then listen to this. If you can get into like this kind of like almost compassion or understanding, each unforgiving mind, each one awaits release from hell through you and turns to you imploringly for heaven here and now. Doesn't always seem like that, does it? But that's actually what's happening. It has no hope, but you become its hope. And as its hope, do you become your own? So it's kind of like just this huge personal encouragement to just keep on shining the light and don't get mad at the people that hate you. It was kind of like what it was saying to me too. Each unforgiving mind. The unforgiving mind must learn through your forgiveness that it has been saved from hell. So it's like, I'm here for these people for a reason, do you know? And if I can just use this as an opportunity to teach my mind how to forgive itself, then I can help them too. So as you teach salvation, you will learn. Yet all your teaching and your learning will be not of you, but of the teacher who has given you to show the way to you. So anyways, it's a huge friggin' lesson. Today we practice learning to forgive. I know. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. I will awaken from the dream that I am mortal, fallible, and full of sin, and know that I am the perfect Son of God. Is this so big? And so then in that moment, I was like, I forgave myself for taking so long with this lesson. Like, I've just been like, I mean, it's kind of been like the mood I'm into. Like, I also didn't want to do any videos. I just wasn't in the mood to see my face. Like, I just got other things going on. But, yeah, I totally was like, I am so glad that I did take a few days with this lesson. I mean, I know you're supposed to do one every day. I get that. But, like, the clicking moment that I got from this made my procrastination totally worth it. All right, here's Tina Jesus. So Tina Jesus wanted to talk about that dream that it says in the lesson, I will awaken from the dream. Yeah, kind of. But before he got into that, Tina Jesus said, forgiveness is the most powerful process on the earthly plane. Like we as humans think it might be other things like diet, exercise, whatever. Like he was kind of rambling on and on. Like we credit other things as powerful processes, but forgiveness is the most powerful process on the earthly plane because it brings the real treasures of a peaceful mind. So your treasures, your real treasures are not your beautiful home and your fancy car and your hot summer girlfriend. Like, you can't have those nice things and have an unpeaceful mind without eventually ruining your life and all your experiences. So having a peaceful mind brings you everything. Everything will seem brighter and better in the dream. Like, it's like we're still in a world of separation, but it's a little more gentle and happier because we've awoken to this forgiveness and bringing in the peaceful mind. So forgiveness only denies the ego of its battles. Like, you lose nothing by forgiving. You lose your pain and your poverty and your disturbance and your unforgiving mind, but like, seriously, you're losing nothing by practicing forgiveness. So the ego will be disappointed because the ego likes to battle, but you will be happier, and peace will bring you everything you ever wanted, and your life will be nice and happy and longer because you're peaceful, and everything will seem brighter and better. And yeah, the dream will definitely seem happier. And that's why forgiveness is the most powerful process that we have, because it truly does bring the real treasures. Yeah, man, peaceful mind. But it's true. It's like 100% true. Like, that's why people who seem to have everything are still miserable schmucks, because they're not peaceful. They don't have a peaceful mind. Their mind literally drives them crazy. And then, we're learning about energy and stuff in my other videos. And when your mind's driving you crazy, your frequency is going to also be disturbed. And, it's like just that kind of that stuff that just kind of creeps in and ruins even a good life. Yeah, everything in your mind is really important. I am really tired too. All right, so what else do we need to do here? I'm happy, but and I'm peaceful, but I'm just not that smart right now. So anyways, let's do the pathways of light, shall we? If I fall asleep, just end the video yourself, okay? If I don't make it through, you're on your own. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 121, Insights. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. Forgiveness is letting the veil of separation be lifted from my mind. If the veil of separation is not lifted, I will focus on what bodies do and say. I will focus on individual identities separated and alone. I will think that this is true and real. Forgiveness helps me learn to look past the illusions of separation. Forgiveness helps me look past the belief in sin and death. I learn forgiveness from my true self. As I am willing to receive the truth, my true self lifts the veil of separation from my mind. And then I am able to see the light behind the isolated, separated forms. I am able to see the light behind the fearful behavior. And as I continue to practice this, it teaches me to find the light behind my separate identity. Only my true self can lift the veil. My separated mind only knows of separation and teaches only this. My true self teaches me to look for and find the light of God that is behind every false image of separation. My true self teaches me that this alone brings me true, lasting happiness. It releases me from fear. It releases me from believing in death or that anyone could be harmed. It releases me from the false mind which always looks for guilt. When guilt is gone, there is only innocence to see. Here is peace. Here is eternal love. Here is happiness. Forgiveness is the answer to every perceived problem. When I am angry or sad or mad or depressed, forgiveness is the answer. When I feel lonely and afraid, forgiveness is the answer. Forgiveness lifts the veil and returns the truth of my identity as part of God to my awareness. The exercise in today's lesson takes a different approach than I would have expected based on the subject. From the little mind's perspective, it seems like the obvious approach would be to think of something somebody did that offended me and then try to forgive the offense. This is the typical ego approach. First, it makes the error real and then tries to disregard the error while still maintaining its reality. Instead, this exercise disregards anything the enemy may have done. It merely tells us to select someone we regard as offensive in some way. And then it tells us to look for the light in that person. It is training us to look past the form, because the form is not real. What seemed to happen was only a dream of illusions interacting with illusions and could not be real. The exercise trains us to look past the unreal to the real, past the shadows to the light. As we can allow ourselves to see the light in an enemy and can equate that light with the light in a friend, it becomes easy then to equate that light with the light in ourselves. Our unity then becomes obvious, and in my mind, I have joined with my brothers. Forgiveness has happened. I need to practice looking past images and forms to the light that represents the unity of all things with the one source of light. Sometimes a specific offensive event seems so real to me that I am unable to see past it to the light. This is when I need to remind myself that I cannot be my own teacher, for I have taught myself to see the offense, not the light. This is when I need to turn to the teacher within to let him show me the unreality of interactions between images and help me see the light beyond the darkness. Forgiveness is exquisitely simple. I need only see the light in my brother, give it my full attention. That is all. The only reason this seems difficult at any time is because of my unwillingness to give up being right about my judgment. I have made up a litany of rules and taught myself to judge by them. Not once has this judgment ever brought me real happiness. Now I am willing to be taught by the teacher of light how to see the light where it is and disregard all empty images. I am grateful for this lesson, which takes me another step towards recognizing that I am in heaven now. In reality, I never left. I have only been dreaming of being on a distant shore. As I was reading this lesson, I noticed I was constantly nodding my head in agreement with what happens with an unforgiving mind. The reason I know that is because who the lesson is describing is me. That's so often how I feel. That's what I'm afraid of. That's how I've been living so much of my life. No wonder the Course says that if we're living in fear, we're not really living. It's taken me many years to realize that I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. But what I love about the Course is that it tells me that's okay. I don't need to beat myself up over what could have been. On the contrary, the multitude of mistakes I've made have just turned out to be blessings, because they have brought me to my knees and surrender to the freedom the Course offers me. pathwaysoflight.org. Yeah. It's so good, you guys. This lesson 121, it's just like amazing how you can read something a couple times and then all of a sudden read it again and be like, whoa, did that just finally sink in? I know, right? Well, yeah. I'm going to bed after this, but first, forgiveness is the key to cookies. Oh, you thought I was going to forget? I almost did. Forgiveness is the key to cookies. Because why? Cookies are happiness. So it's just basically algebra. There you go. Forgiveness is the key to happiness and cookies and all that. So anyways, I loved it. I really did. I don't even know how to end this. I think I think this could help so many people. And you can't like twist anybody's arm to do A Course in Miracles, but so many people have trouble forgiving, right? Me. And it's like, what is this exercise of seeing people literally in light? You know, it's a little different than that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if people could find out and know about this? You know, you don't have to forgive what they did, you know, the offense, I think I read in that. Offense. Is that, I don't know why that word trips me up because I'm so tired. You don't have to even think about what that mother trucker did wrong. You just have to smother him in light. You guys, it could be so easy. Anyways, I think A Course in Miracles could save the world, so be sure to tell a friend.